ain't never getting older.
So 2K has been dropping screenshots and player ratings left and right, which leads me to believe one of two things. Number one being that they are building the hype for the release of the trailer, or two being they're just trying to stall for a little bit more time to get the trailer right. But either way, it all equals up to, I believe, a trailer for 2K18 is coming soon. So guys, be prepared to see a trailer. I can't wait for it. Now, let's get into some of these screenshots and ratings. But before we get into that, I gotta say what's up to the fam. How is everybody? How y'all feeling, man? I hope y'all good. Hope all is well. And if you guys are new, make sure you guys join the fam, man. Hit that subscribe button and join in. Now, let's get into the video. We got MARKELLE, Fultz, and Lonzo Ball with an 80 rating. Which, I don't know about that, because I'm kind of on the fence about it, because they have to be judging these guys based off their college careers and what they did in the summer league, which we all know, like, nobody's going hard in the summer league. That's just like where you get your feet wet and get yourself warmed up for the NBA. So until I see them play in an official NBA game, I think an 80 rating is a little high for these guys. And I know some people that have been in the NBA for a while and don't even have that 80 rating is mad as hell. But though, their players, the way that they look, the player builds and the faces and like everything, the jerseys look realistic as hell for these two guys. These guys look like, it looks like the actual Lonzo Ball. I know they was gonna make him look good with all the news and stuff they put him in. I know they was gonna make him look good. But MARKELLE Fultz looks good as well. I like their player builds. Like, they don't look all one size, they look like they're two different sizes, and it looks nice. I like these guys. Alright guys, coming up next, we have the two assassins. We have the two assassins, and everybody knows Kevin Durant is my guy. I don't care what you gotta say, okay? Kevin Durant is my guy. This is the greatest scorer in NBA history, hands down. This nigga Kevin Durant is unrealistic offensively, and he's getting better defensively. But that's not what we're here to see. We're here to see the ratings and see what they look like. Now, this was a little weird to me. First, before I even get into that, let's get into the player ratings. I actually think Kevin Durant should have been a 97. Get that man some respect. He is the lead. I mean, he's the finals MVP. Get that man respect. He should at least be a 97. Steph Curry, I feel like, is a little high. I would have said 92, but I mean, he's a two-time league MVP, so you got to give him his respect, I guess. But I do think 94 is a little high for him. I would have gave it about a 92. It's a little high for Steph Curry, even though I like him. But let's get into these player builds. Now, Kevin Durant's player build looks exactly like him. His body type, that looks perfect for Kevin Durant. However, though, if you look at Steph Curry looks a little stocky, doesn't he? Like, Steph Curry and Kevin is around the same body build. I don't think Steph Curry's, you know, bigger than Kevin Durant. I think they're around the same. Steph Curry look a little stocky. Maybe this camera angle, but he looking a little stocky, though. But at least it goes to show that they have different player builds. Not everybody's the same build, so that I do like. And their players look pretty realistic, but those are main, you know, the top tier guys, so you know they gotta look good. Like guys like LeBron and Kyrie, those guys are gonna look perfect. So let's move on along. Next up we have PG-13. Now, is it just me, or does it look like this nigga PG just took a whole tube of Just for Men and wiped that shit in his head and then came to take the picture? Like, this nigga PG hair look black as hell. Like, nigga, how black do you want it to be, PG? Is that 2K, or did that nigga really come into the game and took his picture like that? God damn, this nigga PG hair dark as hell. He's got to be using extra Just for Men, like just 2 tubs of that shit, just right back to back, just right on that shit. This nigga PG looks like a 70s porno star or something. This shit, god damn it, PG, you gotta stop using that Just for Men, my nigga. Lay off that shit. At least use 1 layer of that shit or something. But as far as his body build goes, it looks nice. You know, he got the new Thunder jerseys on because he's with the Thunder, with the new Nike. Nike is the sponsor of the NBA for this year. That's who they went with. But overall, it looks kind of nice. His face looks a little fat to me, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look a little fat to you? But overall, it looks nice. It's still a nice PG looking character. His body build looks about right. Tattoos and all that good stuff. So, you know, it's not bad. Moving on along, though. We got Swaggy P, Mr. Iggy Azalea, Mr. Get Ratted On, caught him out here slipping. We got my man Swaggy P out here, and you see that he is now with the Golden State Warriors. He has joined the dynasty. He will be a good, I think he'll be a good fit role player coming out the bench to provide some offense, because Nick Young can get buckets at times, but he's not a starter, but he can be a great sixth man coming off that bench, so that's cool for him. But I like his form. If you guys ever seen him shoot, I know a lot of y'all don't pay attention to no goddamn Swaggy P, and I don't blame you. But if you ever seen him shoot, that is his real form. Like, that looks like Swaggy P. Even down to the facial features, everything looks realistic. Like, this is one of the people who looks like, when you look at it, you can be fooled into thinking that that's the real thing. That is a really good a really good picture or build of Swaggy P. And his rating 74 is right where I want him to be. I could even go to 75, but 74 to 75 is right where Nick Young should be. That's a perfect placement for him. 2K definitely got it right when they evaluated his talent on this one. So for Nick Young, you are looking good for 2K18, my guy. Let's move on to the next guy. Now with IT, I think they could have did a little bit better for him. And for those of you who don't know what IT is, it's on the screen, Isaiah Thomas. But I think they could have did a little bit better with IT. He looks cartoony to me. All of the rest of the guys, well, not all of them, but most of the rest of the guys have a realistic edge to them. They look realistic. IT looks a little bit more cartoony for me. If you ever seen, like, on Facebook where you guys take, like, real pictures and somehow you make them into cartoons, that's what IT looks to me. It looks like a moving cartoon character. Like, he doesn't look as real as the rest of the players. But, I mean, it still looks like him, but it's more cartoony for me. I think they could have did a little bit more better on Isaiah Thomas, but I'm not complaining because I'm more concerned about the gameplay overall. But, I mean, just based on what we're looking at, I think they could have done a little bit better with IT. But that is IT, guys, and we're going to move on along to the next guy. Then we got my man Dame Lil. Now, I think they played him because if I'm not mistaken, I think they got Damian rated at an 88 to an 89. You could have gave my man a 90 because let's not act like him and CJ McCollum can't put up 60 a night. Both of them could put up 30 a night like it's nothing. Like, this guy can catch fire. He can be a little inconsistent at times, but he can catch fire, and defensively he can he's pretty good at defense. So you know, they could have gave him a 90, but as far as his player looks, I think this is one of the best looking players from based off what they showed us so far. Dame looks real as hell. Like, I had to double take one at a time when I was looking up the screenshots for this video. I had to double take, like, is this a real one or is this, you know, I thought this was like a real one and somebody faked the background or something. But his screenshot of his player looks really good. Like, this looks realistic as hell. I like Dame Lillard. I like this screenshot. Dame Lillard, you will be straight for 2K18, but make sure you go tell them to get your ratings right. Don't let them play you like that, alright? Beat Ronnie up for me. Alright, let's go to the next guy. Alright, we got Dwight Howard with his big bum ass. And I'm really kind of mad at Dwight Howard because when Dwight Howard first came into the league, he couldn't be stopped. This motherfucker would hit a front flip over your face and dunk on your ass, all while still doing the front flip. I don't know how he does it, but when he first came into the league, you couldn't stop him. This man was the man on offense and defense. He would fuck you up on both sides of the court. Dwight Howard was the man when he first came in. However, though, I do think injuries played a part in the downside of his career, and towards, like, once he, like, wasn't winning, I think that constant not winning played a part of his psychological, you know what I mean. I can't get the word out, but it played a lot on his mind, and it's like it took the winning spirit out of him. Like, I don't think he plays to win anymore. I think he just, like, kind of goes out there and just, you know, just kind of adds on to his career or his legacy or whatever you want to call that. But I don't think that he plays to win anymore. But you know, and it's a part of it's both of those things that I said, the injury and his not will to win is where I think really is the downfall of his career. But it does, however, look like him. His player really looks like Dwight Howard. However, though, I think his hairline, if you look at that hairline, I think the hairline is starting to get the fuck up out of here. That's starting to go to the back of your jersey. Before you know it, you be at that LeBron James. That nigga LeBron James hairline is touching the back of his shorts. And this nigga got that nipple hair on the top of his head trying to motherfucking cover that shit up. But LeBron, let that shit go. Sit your ass down somewhere. But 81 is a good rating for Dwight Howard because, you know, he's starting to decline. He's not the player that he used to be. So 81 for Dwight Howard, I think, is pretty fair. So yeah, that's cool for Dwight Howard. All right, next up we got Victor Oladipo. And I really liked this kid when he came into the league. He was explosive. He has a lot of bounce. If you play around with Victor, you will get your ass dunked on. I forgot who that was, who he clutch dunked on, but make sure you guys go look that shit up. That shit was, oh, Jesus. You gotta end, he ended that guy's career. This guy has a lot of bounce, and I do like him, but, if I had to rate him, I don't know what his rating is, but I had to rate him, he's got to be in the 70s. He's got to be somewhere around that Nick Young area, because his you know, he started to decline. Well, I wouldn't say he's starting to decline, but he just needs more time to develop. He's still kind of, I guess, still fairly new in the league. He still needs time to develop his game, so it'll take some time. However, though, let's take a look at those Nike jerseys. Indiana's jerseys will be fire. I like these jerseys, so at least they'll be able to look good as they're getting their ass whooped, because we all know they're not winning shit. If you're an Indiana fan, I'm sorry, that's the truth, my nigga. You're not winning shit. But at least you will be look good while you're getting your ass whipped. However, though, his player build looks really good. That really looks like Victor Oladipo. That is a good player build for him. All right, guys. Up next, we got Joel Embiid with his drunk ass. You remember when he was talking about he should have been on the 96? My nigga, I told his ass he need to cut that damn hand so some air can get to his brain, or he needs to get drug tested immediately. Because if you on 96, that means you telling me that you on the same level as Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Is that what you telling me, Joel? Are you telling me that you right next to LeBron and Kevin Durant? Is that what you saying to me, son? You need to take your ass and get drug tested immediately. I forgot what this guy was on, though, but I think he was on like an 87. I think they said 87, somewhere around there. I'm not sure, but I believe they said 87. But as far as player build, I think he's a little bit bigger than what he looks like in his game. I think they could have put a little bit more muscle on him. I think he's a little bit bigger, but maybe that's why he's in the gym. You see the little weights over his right arm. You see that? Maybe he's trying to get himself swole, right? But as far as how he looks, that looks really good like him. That looks like him, like almost perfectly. It looks realistic. It doesn't look cartoony. Looks like him. I just wish they could have put on a few more pounds on a guy to make him look a little bit more muscular. But let's get into our last guy. Now, last but not least, we have DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar, for me, is like it's like they're right in the middle of cartoony and realistic. Like, it kind of looks realistic, but at the same time, it has that cartoony feel. They're like right smack in the middle. Like, they just couldn't decide which side to go on, so they just like, stick it in the middle and let's call it a day. Who really gives a fuck about DeMar DeRozan? As long as we got Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron looking right, we are a-okay. Fuck the rest of these niggas. No, just kidding, DeRozan. I fucks with you, my nigga. Don't be mad. But yeah, he still looks a little cartoony for me. I do like the way, I like how it looks as far as his player build, arm size, and body size. I like how it looks, but it's just like, it's kind of like, pick a side. It's like, is it cartoony? Is it realistic? I don't know which one it is, man. But overall, though, it looks nice. I like the screenshots. I do think that, however, that trailer is coming soon, so guys, be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get on up out of here, guys. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, or I'll kill you. See how quick I got to that? That's how quick of a decision I made. I will kill you if you don't subscribe to this shit, okay? So go ahead and make sure you guys subscribe, or I will kill you violently. And I'm going to get on up out of here. I'm hungry. I got shit to eat. I need TV dinners, motherfucker. I'm hungry. I'm out, okay? I'm out.